How to order saddle stitch books using the CLOC system bespoke for Birkbeck. Well, first of all, what is a saddle stitch booklet? It looks just like an exercise book. Imagine a book with two staples in the middle, just like you used to use at school, exercise books. That's what a saddle stitch book looks like. Very simple. If you want to know a little bit more, click on this video here and there's a little guide, a reference guide for you. Shows you some of the process. And after that, if you're still not sure about paper stocks and stuff like that, you can click over here and you'll get a little bit of an idea what different paper finishes are and an indication of what to use and when to use. On top of all that, Michael will be happy to receive a call from you. Michael is the on-site contract manager. Please give him a call. Or if you want to give us a call on 0208 801 6983, one of the staff will be more than happy to guide you and help you. So let's go down the page. We have a service level agreement here that defines how long it would take to produce a saddle stitch book. You have online orders, of course, which is what we're doing here, and they can be 2 days or 3 days. 2-day orders are orders that are actually going to be produced on a machine from start to finish. Now, many of our digital presses do that. You put paper in one end, you set the file up, and at the other end comes out the finished products. Trimmed, stitched, folded, the whole thing, ready to go into boxes and delivered. Commonly used for security work and also used for lots of short run with not so thick covers. When I say not so thick, when you get to around the 130, 140, 150, we make a decision whether it should go offline. Offline means that the product is going to be finished within the factory on different machines. Now, we do have a number of machines that actually finish saddle stitch booklets, and we can do one copy offline or online up to millions of copies on very large machines. So feel comfortable to order what you need, and we will guide you. If the numbers are big, we will come back to you and tell you and maybe change the process. But there you are, there's an indication of the service level there. When you come down the bottom here is where you order the actual product. Now what I'm going to do is take you through a very simple job and we'll process it completely right through. So here we go. Let's call it test. And we check the size, and let's say, I don't know, we'll call it A4, and it's going to be portrait, and we're going to have 250 copies of this product. And we come to step 2. Now, saddle stitch booklets have to have 4 pages for each section, and the reason that is because basically the paper wraps around itself. So all the pages wrap around all pages wrap around each other to create the book. Now if you can imagine a sheet of A3 paper, if that was going to produce an A4 saddle stitch section, it would have 4 pages on it. There will be 2 on each side, to give you an idea. So 4 pages here is effectively 1 sheet of A3 paper. So, but now, because I say we need to work in multiples of 4, we choose our book in that format. So if you've got a book that's, I don't know, 23 pages, it's impossible to produce. This is a world standard, it's not a CLOC thing, it's everywhere. So what you would need to do is pick the nearest multiple. And please understand, if you give us a file of 35 pages and you click 36, that means there's going to be a blank page. And more than likely, unless your document makes it very obvious, it will be at the end of the book. Unless you want a blank in the middle of the book somewhere, and then you need to leave a blank on your Word or PDF file and give us a 36-page document. But there you are. So remember, you've got to be in these multiples. So understand that when you put your Word file together or your PDF, understand that you need to have these multiples. I'm going to choose a 24-page, which is very typical. And I'm also going to print it on the Birkbeck standard 80-gram offset. This is a very high quality product. It's a part of the contract. It's defined paper. 80-gram is typically used throughout educational printing. It's a bright white stock that is absolutely superb for digital printing as well. It's a very high quality product. I would say for most references and all this sort of printing, information printing, you should be looking at that stock. So I'm going to call it 80-gram. You could have it on anything you wanted. You could have it on coloured tints and all sorts of things. But 80 grams is what we're going to choose, white stock there. And I'm going to say it's printed black only, double-sided, very typical for this type of printing. So there you have the guts of the book. It hasn't got a cover. Now, it doesn't have to have a cover. If you don't want a cover, don't touch this section, just leave it alone. If you do want a cover, then you do need to click on it and tell us exactly what it is. But as I say, you don't have to have a cover. Most security work wouldn't go past this point here. There wouldn't be a cover. But imagine now, let's say our book now has a 4-page cover, and let's choose something interesting. I'm going to go for black only, say double-sided, which is again typical. But I'm going to go for something interesting. I'm going to go for like a blue card, I think. So I'm going to go down here, and there's, all the colour ranges here. But I'm going to go for, say, a blue card. There we are. A 160 gram blue card. Now 160 is twice the thickness of your text. That will work really well, actually. It'll give the product a bit of substance. So we go to step 3. Now here we have an option to choose creasing. If this was a premium product, which it probably will be, I would select creasing. Creasing will give the spine a very sharp edge, a nice sharp edge. What's common with a lot of digital printing is that the books don't have sharp edges because digital presses do not have the facility for creasing. They just basically fold in a manual process, in a very simple process. Fortunately, your supplier here, CLOC, has got offline creasing. So what we can do is we can give that really sharp edge to your book. Something I recommend here. I recommend you do this. So certainly on stocks above 150 on upwards. I mean, we will do it automatically on very thick stocks. So I'm going to say yes, we're going to have creasing. But you don't need to click that. It does cost to have creasing. Not a lot, but it does cost. There we are. Now the job is definitely offline finishing because creasing isn't done on a digital pressing line. So you are definitely over here. We can continue. Now the system now is going to talk to all the machines in the process, collate how long it's going to take, look at the stocks, check the stock levels, and put the whole thing together for you. In a few seconds, you will have a price, and it's done that. Over here, we have the estimate summary, instant quote. As you can see, it's clearly defining your product. You can see that you've got creasing on there. There's a blue card, black only double-sided. It's all here for you. Just have a quick look over it if you've submitted this job. Make sure you're happy. You check the price to your right, which has been covered over because this video will be on YouTube and it's for confidentiality. There'll be a price on the right-hand side. And down the bottom here, you have the opportunity to start the job all over again from scratch. Go back and edit the job, so you can go back and change the quantity, the materials, the way it's been printed, all sorts of things. The pagination, add pages, take pages away. Your document might have even changed by the time you placed the order. You might have got other information. So this is a very good opportunity to go back. And by doing that, the system will refresh the price every time. So you'll have different pricing. So you can fit your budgets. And as you come across, you will need to upload the artwork if you want to use the system properly. And that means that you have a PDF or a Word file ready, and you click on Upload Artwork. It will give you the opportunity to upload that file straight into the system. We built this system to take up to 45 megabyte files, which is a reasonable amount. As you know, electronic files can be much bigger than that, certainly for very big books. And with this in mind, there is an FTP protocol that will connect you up with CLOC, built already for Birkbeck, and that will take obviously huge files. If you need to do that, please just put in the notes to Michael and he will sort that out for you. He will give you a link and you can keep that link forevermore and use it anytime you need to. If you need any guidance whatsoever, please speak to Michael, and as I said before, please feel free to call CLOC where we would happily help you. Once you're happy with all that, you submit the job.